take the picture. The picture's already
Oh, okay.
once the picture will pin your location automatically, and then you submit it whenever you want
So you can take a picture, and
Do you
then
need the picture in order to submit?
Well, we figured that the picture would also help the process because you could have a small pothole, but then you'd have a bigger pothole because the streets are
But you don't want people using their phone while they're driving.
Well, you wouldn't be driving, you would be stopping. Well, with that wouldn't be on our app, that would actually be on you. I know that sounds very
You
hard.
want me to get a picture of my pothole and I'm driving down my street. I take a picture of it.
For demonstration purposes, we just added 3.
Okay.
so this is where it says you can hit OK to send it and edit it. And this just says it's going to be verified to check if there's anything. So this is the second main feature we have. It's the recent page. This is where you can see everyone's reports. And you can like or dislike it. You can also see or so when you click one, it looks like this. It will show what the incident is, where it was, the time, the city, and its status. So for example, this pothole, it's on South Main Road, and it was...
Is this a real pothole?
Actually,
But it was nothing. For demonstration.
So this is for illustration purposes. Okay. I was just make sure they were fixing it. I have Okay.
So the time it was pinned is 3:54, and right here it says it's verified, so it will be fixed soon.
Right.
And you can click here for a definition. So this means that it's not yet verified. And when it's verified, then you can fix it and
So once you press the button.
this shows how many dislikes, likes, and favorites you have. When you favorite something, you can see that you're going to look at it.
Okay. When you presented it to Public Works, what did they say?
well, we didn't exactly present it to Public Works. We had a consultant on our phone we were presenting it to, and she said that we really had she got around like 100 or more complaints. So we fixed that over the course of 1 day.
100 complaints a day?
That's what she And with that, we figured that this would be a really good app to use. We're just gonna put it in environment first. When this does become an actual app, then we can keep resources and also help more people, but also get an income at the same time. You guys should
Have you tried it?
we would have to show off our app, put it on billboards, everything like that. They would talk about our app using
But have we been paid for it?
We need an investor to actually make this is just a prototype for now, so we need someone to actually do all the coding, make it an actual app. And so,
Very good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Because our classmates actually were complaining a lot about potholes when they were driving. So they gave us that, not when they were driving, but when
You saw my smile, right?
bounced around.
They were driving. Okay. So you just like brainstorming.
we brainstormed for like a couple weeks, and then we decided, you know what, this is a problem, and we need to make an app to fix it.
Also, another way we can figure that out is
And whatever is ready for them in the sky. Yeah.
Because public works covers a
we thought of that.
It does.
Yeah.
Just to check if someone else did it. And so here's, you take a picture. I'm sorry.
For demonstration purposes, we only added 3.
Great.
On an exciting challenge that we've given them. And so there's something in the United States called the Congressional App Challenge. And so with this challenge, our students or students throughout the country in middle schools and high schools, they create apps for smart devices. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android or an iPad or some kind of device, these students throughout the country develop these apps. And so what we've done is offered this app challenge to our students. And what's great about this is that the entire challenge for this marking period really derived authentically from an idea that both Mrs. Flores and I had. And she's going to tell you a little bit about that now.
Shorter than Mr. Kalakis. All right, so you might be wondering, how did this project start? So we told our students that we were going to get a check for $1.5 million, and then they got really excited. And then we had to tell them that it was a fake check, and they weren't as excited about that. And then we told them, well, you have to use that money towards the city. And then they were like, oh, how do we do that? So they spent time researching the different departments in our city, and they came up with a few departments that they said, you know what, we can improve this department by creating this app for them. And that's how it all started. So it kind of unraveled from there, and we were able to have representatives from different departments come in and see them present their ideas and critique their apps and say, that's going to work for our department, that might not work, change it. So they did, and then the apps that they presented outside today to you are their final products. Mr. Kalakis will continue.
Okay. So just about a couple weeks ago, we had city officials and department heads come to Veterans Memorial School in an official setting. And so our students had prepared presentations with their prototypes, and they were given feedback and constructive criticism based on the prototypes that they developed. Emma Lopez from the health department specifically was very, very interested in our health department apps and wished she had the funding to develop our apps. So what we're noticing is that there's a lot of interest in our city and in our youth in developing these apps, and we're hoping that with the app challenge that we'll have some finalists here in the country, and hoping that somehow we would be able to get funding to develop these apps. We've learned that it's not cheap to develop apps, but well worth the interest. So if you know any investors, please give them our email. But we're very proud of them, and we're keeping our fingers crossed, and they did a great job presenting their apps today, and we'll see what happens, and we thank you for inviting us here today.
I also want to thank Mrs. DeBello, who's the supervisor, and she's been part of this project, so thank you for your part. And we got the information from our congressman, Mr. Lobiondo, Frank Lobiondo, and it was shared with our schools, and we're very excited that you took advantage of it. You never know, we just might win the money. So anyhow, congratulations to all of you, we're so proud of you. And if you would be so kind to call the names, each of our board members has a pile based on the app. So we have a certificate for each student that did that particular app.
Great.
So if you want to do it that way, it would be great. Thank you.
And while we're situating that, I know board members were out looking at the apps, and I was out there. All of them were really, really well done, well thought out, and I would probably use every single one of them at one point or another. Especially that one for the traffic lights and the potholes. Sorry.
Still trying to learn how to use his iPhone, but we won't. Anyhow, when you called up, would you please stay in the front so we can get a nice group picture when we're done?
Right. For the Vineland Police Department app, we have Gabe Castro, Preston Corporal, and Brielle Davis.
board members can hand them out for you if you'd like, if you want to just call the names off of that tag, and then we can get a picture.
All right, for the health department app, we have Eating Green, that's the name of their app, and we have Leo Witzel, Nishi Gupta, and Hannah Tamagni.
Okay. All right, for the Vineland Recycling and Solid Waste, Vineland Embellish a Bin app, we have John Zhang and Andrew Mastro. For the Vineland City app, a fan favorite, we have Roderick Zapanta and Amel Benson. And our health department app, Inspira Instant, we have Connor Malloy and Jose Gabriel Castro. And another health department app, Healthcare Near Me, Aaliyah Ayala and Ruth Alaki. Our Public Works app, Fix and Go, Mr. Jennings' favorite, Talia Alicea, Iram Kayas, and EJ Rada. And we have two more apps to present. For the emergency medical services, the Vineland EMS app, we have Isabella Amberths, Michael Dean, Kamisha Patel, Brianna Brown, and Mackenzie Knapp. And finally, the economic development app called Economics. Jenna Carlson, Joseph Dorzen, Savannah Akolia, Lajura King, Josh Goldsboro, Ezra Bradley, and Anaya Troy. We actually have one more app. They're yelling at me from the back, I'm sorry. Your app was for the education department called VMS Extra. For Veterans Memorial School extracurricular activities, so parents know what their children are doing at all times. We have Cole Keller, Jasleen Jaswal, and Natalia Acosta.